throw to the right. That's Delp. That'll get 2. And it's going to be stopped short for 1. So it's going to be 3rd and 1 for Florida. Oh, what's this doing? Oh, it has such a bad quality. Alright, so it's 3rd and 1 now with Georgia. They go deep and it's caught. First down inside of the 20 for Georgia and down at the 11. 62-yard gain on that play right there. It's a first down for Georgia in game 1 of the Pcfl championship series. Next year it'll be an 18 playoff. And it's going to be thrown to the right for Bell. It'll be stopped short. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Georgia. First time Florida has made it into the Pcfl championship. And this is only the first year. So they beat Michigan. Michigan ended up getting 3rd place about Tuesday. And the 3rd place game, ETN nearly gets the touchdown. And there's going to be 3rd and inches at the 1 now for Georgia. Will Florida be able to hold Georgia? Which this series is basically a home game for Georgia. So that's a thing. That's another thing. Running for the touchdown. ETN and Georgia strikes first in game 1 of the Pcfl championship. Best of 7. So Georgia needs to win 4 in a row to win the title. Next year, Georgia and Florida cap off week 1 in 2026. The extra point attempt. We're all expecting it to be good, and it is good. So it's 7-0. Georgia. So kick off from the 35. Florida's going to be able to get out to the 15. So this will bring out Florida's defense offense so far. So Montreux, Johnson, and ETN pretty much the same style right now. That's something you're going to want to look at in this game. So it's 1st and 10 at the 15 for Florida. Lago dropping back, finding a man, and that is Wilson with 3rd. So it's a first down for Florida. First and 10 from the 32 now for Florida. Takes the handoff to Johnson Jr. and it's going to be a 5 or 6 yard gain right there. No, that's a 4 yard gain. So 6 yards away from the first down for Florida. So before my controller disconnected, it's another first down for Florida on the throw to Badger. Across midfield, gets him to the 39, starting to enter Georgia territory now. Hands it off to Montreux. Johnson gets a 3 yard gain. It will be 2nd and 7 Florida coming in as the number 4 seed. They are underdog in this game. So let's see what they can do. Lightway finding Badger again. Gets them nearly to the 20, but stopped at the 21, just on the edge of the road to first seed Florida. The throw by Lagway right here. It's just an amazing one right here. And that is the throws you need to make if you're trying to contend for a Pcfl title. It's play action to Johnson there. Throwing to Borning, gets it a 1-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 9 at the 20 as we're coming up on 20 seconds left in the first quarter. So this next play should be the final of the first. There we go, Florida in the red zone. 2nd and 9. Lightway dropping back. Finding his man, that is Badger. Stopped 2 yards short, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. So it's end of 1 in Atlanta. It's 7-0 Georgia for game 1 of the Pcfl playoff. Good start to the game now. For Florida. So it's 3rd and 2 from the 12. 2 goes to the first down, and they're going to be stopped 4th and inches at the 11. So will they go for it, or will they go for the field goal? Let's see what they decide here in 4th and inches. They're going for it. There we go. Biggest play of the game so far. Pitch to Johnson. Gets him a first down and a touchdown. And Florida's going to take 6. So here's the extra point attempt now for Florida. Pick is up and it's good. So we are tied at 7. 9-play drive for the scoring touchdown. And that is the plays they need to make it all the way to the, if they want to just end in 4 games. Hands it off to ETN, gets up to 25, gets up to 6. Second and 6 from the 25. Play action to ETN right there, doesn't go far for a 1-yard gain. It's 3rd and 5. Now for Georgia, Florida's defense is starting to get really good. This is what we saw in the Michigan game back on last Sunday. Third and 5. Back finding Georgia. The first down. .38. That was a good play right there for Georgia. Georgia has been a big threat in the playoffs. They took down number 1 in Alabama. But so did Florida. They beat Michigan was number 1. So Michigan got taken down by Florida, and number 3, Alabama got taken down by Georgia. like in the semifinal. So that's a good start to these playoffs here. So it's 2nd and 7 for the 41. Up on 2 minutes to play. They're not beginning the first half. Back finding Bell. That'll get into a 3rd and 6 at the 42. Georgia's side of Florida's side of the field. Third and 6 at the 42. Georgia and Beck is going to be taken down. 4th and 13, and Florida with enough penetration to get through the Georgia defensive line. And Florida will be getting the ball back. Coming up to the end of the first half. That'll bring us to the 2-minute warning presented by Home Depot. It's 7-7 in our first ever Pcfl championship. As Georgia runs it back to Florida. Florida's going to bring it out by not for much. They're going to stop that run team, so it's going to be 1st and 10 Florida. With 1 and 53 seconds to go. Lively finding the man that is holding 6 from the back. Second and 6 up to 24. Lively drops back, finds a man that is Badger, and that'll get him to the first down. Timeout, Florida. Throwing, lobbing it up, and it's nearly intercepted by Georgia. Scrambling, going backwards, and he's going to get rid of the ball in time. 3rd and 10 now for Florida. And it's broken up, so it's a 4th down for Florida. Fourth down for Florida, and they were coming away back to Georgia. Still a tie game. This has been a defensive game so far. So now 4th and 10. And Georgia has 47 seconds to work with. Starting with the 1st and 10 and 19. Back, dropping back, finds a man. That's going to be a 2nd 3. Arian Smith with the catch. Amazing catch right there from there with Arian Smith. So it's 2nd and 3 now. And it's going to be a first down, Georgia at the 39. Not across midfield yet. And it's across midfield at the 49 for Georgia time. So it's a broken up pass right there, intended for Oscar Dell. So it's 2nd and 10 now for Georgia at the 49. They want to get into field goal range. Here it's now 2nd and 10, and once again from the 49. Back, dropping back, finds a man in an amazing catch. That's gonna go on the Discord call. Let's look at that again. Alright, halftime. Back, finding the same man, that's Bell. Now they're starting to get into the red zone. Final timeout for Georgia. At the 12. Beck drops back, finds a man, touchdown, Georgia. Arian Smith with his first touchdown of the game, and now it is 13-7. Seconds to go until halftime. Florida has 19 seconds to work with. Let's see what they can do. As here we go, the extra point attempt for Georgia. It is up and it's good. 14-7. Georgia leads, potentially heading into halftime. Georgia kicks it back to Florida now. And here we go, he's going to bring it out to about the 2 on the 20-25. So here we go, 1st and 10 at the 21. Flagway hands it off to Johnson, and that's probably going to bring us to halftime. Alexa, please fuck that. So, we're at halftime. Georgia, Florida, 14-7, Georgia lead. As we're headed to the second half. (14-7) in Atlanta, basically a Georgia home game. So Florida gets kicked. It's bad, but not bad, but that is Rosen that will bring him out to the 15. 1st and 10, Florida, the 15. Fakes the handoff to Johnson, gets him a 5-yard gain. It's a 2nd and 5 at the 20 when the next play happened. So that is a good play right there for Florida coming out of the locker room. They want to start out the second half right now. They want to go out and start putting up points, unlike what they did in the first half where they only scored 7. So here we go. Flagway hands it off to Johnson. It will be stopped short. 3rd and 1. Third and 1 at the 24. Alexa, just okay. 1st and 10 at the 32. 14-7 game once again here in Atlanta. And that's going to be a no gain. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and 10 at the 32. Iowa dropping back, hit on the throw, gets it to Boringham though, which will get him to the 3rd and 4. So it is 3rd and 4 for Florida in the biggest situation all night. It is the 3rd quarter coming up on 3 minutes to play. And this is the first game of the Pcfl championship. And Florida gets the first down at the 44. Elijah Badger with the catch and another first down. Florida. Igo drops back, finds a man. That is Badger once again. That'll get to a 35 at the 41-yard line. So it is another 3rd down situation here in Atlanta. A beautiful city. And this stadium is mostly filled by Florida fans. In some parts of the stadium you will see Florida fans, but not many parts of the stadium. 3rd and 5. Finding Eugene Wilson, that's first down, Florida. They have come out of the locker room firing so far in the second half. Georgia has not had a possession all quarter since the second half, or the first half. They have not had a possession since the end of the first half. So, 2nd and 6 now. After a few yard gain, it'll be 2nd and 6 at the 42. And off to Montrell Johnson, gets to the 3rd and inches. So last time Florida had a 3rd and inches situation, they got a touchdown. Let's see what they can do here as we're headed to the end of the 3rd quarter already. The game has felt like it flew by. Lagway handing off to Ball, and that'll get him to the 27. A nice gain right there for Florida. It is 1st and 10. At the 27. First and 10 with 8 seconds left on the clock in the 3rd. And they get one more play off before the end of the 3rd quarter. That's going to be a throw to Montrell Johnson. It's an incompletion. End of story in Atlanta. Georgia leads 14-7 when we come back. As we're back here in Atlanta. Final quarter, game 1 of the Pcfl Championship Series. 1 yard gain, it is 3rd and 9. So Florida in the second half of 3rd down situations, they have been 2 for 2. Can they make it 3 for 3? 25-yard line. They are in field goal range. Don't forget that. Lagway has to throw it to DK. That'll get him the first down at the 16. So now we could be witnessing a tie game coming up here late at the Pcfl Championship, Game 1. Lively fakes the handoff to Johnson, and it's going to be a broken up pass, so it's an incompletion. 2nd and 10 now at the 16 for Florida. 4 minutes and 5 seconds left on the clock. That probably is what Georgia will be getting, if not later. Now, 2nd and 10, for play action to Johnson, and takes 1 sack, and he's going to go down. 3rd and 20. So now Florida's drive is starting to stall out. Florida is 3 for 3 on the day on 3rd down. Michael Williams with the sack. Third and 20 at the 26. Let's see what Florida pulls out right here. They have been 3 for 3 today on 3rd down. DK. Play action to both of them. Lively throws. Touchdown! Florida. As here's the extra point attempt now for Florida. It's good. There we go. Back to Georgia. Tie game, 14-14. Basically in their home stadium, ETN. Gets to the 14 at his 1st and 10. Georgia. Georgia has elected Atlanta to be their home stadium for the series. And it's a broken up pass right there. Intended target Oscar Dell. So 2nd and 10 now for Georgia. Florida is on the brink of a major upset in Game 1. Georgia is favored by a lot heading into today. Back throwing to Bell, and that'll get him to the 3rd and 7. So it's 3rd and 7 now for Georgia. Beck scanning the field, finds a man. And it's another 1st down, Georgia. They have a 2-minute warning. Don't forget that. Second and 6 as we're heading into the 2-minute warning now. 20 seconds until the 2-minute warning. 2nd and 6 at the 35. Georgia tie game with Florida in Game 1. Takes a handoff to ETN. It's batted up. Incomplete. Third and 6. Timeout, Florida. And They will be getting the ball back. 4th and 13 now, Georgia. Fourth and 13, punt to Florida. So when we come back, it's 14-14 game in Atlanta. Lagway throwing to Wilson, and it's going to be a 1st and 10 at the 42. First and 10 at the 42. Lagway throwing deep, and it's intercepted. Big play in this game now. It's brung all the way back to Florida's side of the field at the 24. Unbelievable. Malachi Starks on the play. Hit on the throw, and he shouldn't have thrown the ball. There was no way Eugene Wilson was going to be able to get to that ball. So it's 1st and 10, Georgia now. ETN with a big run and 2nd timeout for Florida now. Tie game still, 14-14 in Atlanta. And it's another stop, final timeout for Florida. 3rd and 2 at the 16. So they can hold Georgia to a field goal right here. That would be great. But no! 1st down, Georgia. And now we're closing in to the end of this game. Under a minute to play now. Game 1 of the Pcfl Championship. Hand off to ETN. Gets to 2nd and 7 now at the 10. Time ticking down here in Atlanta. What will the next play call be by Kirby Smart in this Georgia offense? 2nd and 7, they're going to go for another play here. And Florida's going to get to the tackle from behind. It'll be 3rd and 5 at the 9. Let's see. Will Georgia bring the field goal unit on here? Time ticking. 9, 7, 6, 5. For the win in game 1. Georgia is going to win. And Georgia survives game 1 with the game-winning field goal. If Florida doesn't bring back the kick, that is. That's the game, actually. So Georgia's going to win game 1 over Florida. And the costly interception on the last drive for Florida in this game. 17-14, your final game 1. Stop. We'll see you on Monday for Game 2. This has been the PCFL Playoff Game 1 on YouTube.